welcome to the first moving vlog. So if you watched my last video, you'll see that the wall was freshly plastered, but when I was taking the wallpaper off, it took like a lot of the paint off as well. So they've obviously not diluted it when they've put it on the wall itself, so we're gonna have to try and like steam all this off. So Dan's gonna sand it today and see if that works, and then whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna strip a lot of more wallpaper off. So I'm gonna leave Dan to do this, and then I'm gonna start upstairs. There was 4 rooms in total that had wallpaper on them. So obviously there was the living room, and then there's these 3 bedrooms as well. I've done one of the bedrooms, and now I've got in here to do, which is gonna be the wardrobe room, so I'm really excited for that. So I've got my handy dandy steamer ready. Can you hear all the wallpaper that's on the floor? I'm gonna go put some water in. Oh my god, the other day when I was doing this, I accidentally tipped this over and it started like throwing boiling hot water everywhere. And now I'm scared of it.
I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you could get down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. The more I see
so I've stripped that wall, and then I've also stripped the opposite wall that needed doing as well. Do you know the chimney breast? It's got fucking wallpaper on it. And there's so many holes in that wall as well. But the wallpaper, I think it only stops to here. And then they've also got lining behind. Like lining paper or backing paper. And I'm just thinking to myself, like obviously the wardrobes are going there. So potentially I could just leave the lining paper on and just get off all this horrible wallpaper, because it's going to take me so long if not. Obviously the wardrobes are going there, and then the skirting boards are going to go on afterwards to lock the wardrobes in. Hello, my camera died, but yeah, I think I'm going to do what I said, because if not it's going to take me forever, and I really need to start painting now. All the wallpaper is finally off. I don't know if you can see that line there, but that's like they'd painted over the wallpaper, so up to here is where like the paint is. I literally swept up all of the wallpaper. It was on that one wall there as well, and there was so much of it. The only bedroom now that needs stripping is the 3rd bedroom, but I'm going to take some time away from stripping wallpaper. So I'm going to go downstairs now and put my gas mask and goggles on and help Dan sand the walls down. He's started stripping like all the paint and everything off that was coming off the walls. Are you having fun there? Oh my god. If anyone's going to paint over plaster, please dilute your paint, because it's going to be more expensive if not, and then you're going to have to do this.
I wanna be down.
We've sanded all of the walls down, but now we need to wait for all this filler to dry, and then we can sand back over these and then paint, because me and Dan don't want to start painting whilst there's still like a load of dust and everything everywhere. The ceiling, we've already put 1 coat on it, I don't know if you can tell, but it does need like another coat, and then the cutting and needs doing as well. But I'm not tall enough to do it, so Dan's going to do that, and then I'm going to do the rest of the walls. I don't know if I've shown you this wall yet, but this is the Dulux Egyptian cotton. We've put it on here for now, and then I did it around the window as well, so it looks a lot darker on camera than it actually is. I feel like when you're further away, that's like the true colour of it. So we're going to crack on with the painting now, honestly. This is more like time consuming than you think. We walked in, when we viewed this house at first, we were like, do you know what, it just needs painting. And then we stripped the wallpaper off, and we were like, okay, now it needs filling. now it needs sanding, and then it needs painting. It's taken us like a full week to do all of this so that we can actually start painting. So it's a lot more like tedious than you'd think. But our goal for today is to definitely get the living room done, and then it's like one big job out of the way. Once we've got like all the painting and everything done, we can then buy the skirting boards and then our carpets can go down. We do have our carpets booked in to be fitted on the 7th of October. So we've got enough time, but I don't know, I kind of want to just like get it done as quick as possible. And then we've got some really nice light fittings and door handles, and I really can't wait to show you them. I feel like this is extremely bad lighting and I'm really sorry if it is, but it's a new day. We did quite a lot of stuff yesterday that I didn't vlog because basically we had to... Dan's dad came down and he saw the wall that we sanded and he was like, no, that paint's going to have to come off. So we've had to hand scrape, all three of us, one wall and take all the paint off. So this is your sign. If you're going to plaster a wall and then paint over it, please prime the wall first or dilute the paint that you put on, because it's such a nightmare to get off. Like, do you know when you put wallpaper on afterwards, the paint just peels away? So that's your sign. Prime or dilute the paint that goes on the plaster. So I've just gone down to the house and then I've realised that Jake, who's fitting my carpets, actually has my house key, and I've got to wait for Dan to finish work. But it was actually really good timing because I have a cherryz parcel and I really want to do a cherryz haul. So I've got a discount code for cherryz that you can actually use, and I think it'll get you, I think it's 25% off, so I'm going to leave it on the screen for you. And for those of you that don't know who cherryz are, basically they're an wow, that was brilliant. Basically they're an online retailer and they stock everything that you could possibly need and more for your house. So I'm talking like a shitload of cleaning products, like everything. They even do like the scrub daddy, the scrub mummy, they do minkies, they do the pink stuff. They've got all the really popular items on there. And then they've also got like throws, cushions, I'm pretty sure they might even have lamps. Not entirely sure, don't quote me on that, but they do have a lot of things for your house. And obviously most of us work full time, so instead of going out and then having to buy your products that way, why not just get it all online, all in one big parcel, and then it's a whole lot easier for you. So I'm going to show you what I've got. Hopefully the lighting isn't too bad. It looks pretty bad here, but hopefully it's not. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh my god, this is so cute. So this is what I mean by they do a load of different things. And I didn't realise how big this actually was till I've seen it now. This is a clear glass cappuccino mug. Can we just look at the size of how big this is? If anyone saw my last video, you'll know that we were into UK Maxx and I was picking out like huge mugs, because whenever you have a tea or a coffee, you need a giant mug, especially if you're a tea or coffee lover like me. And these are just so cute, and they're really like minimalistic, so they're gonna look nice and tidy and nice and clean. I really want to pick some more of these up. They do like smaller ones as well, so if you're wanting like latte ones, they do those as well. And then obviously I did just mention Scrub Daddy and Scrub Mummy. So when me and Dan bought the house, the oven was so disgusting, so I put the oven cleaner stuff in, and then I used a Scrub Mummy to clean everything. Oh my god, the best sponge in the whole entire world. So I picked up a Scrub Daddy, but not only did I pick up this, I picked up the little holder for him as well. So this can go on like the inside of your cupboard door, or it can attach to the side of your or it can attach to the side of your why do I want to say that? Or it can attach to the side of your sink. So it's got two little like suction cups here, so you can basically put it wherever you want. And obviously this is going to fit like any Scrub Mummy or Scrub Daddy on. I did pick up the original one because it's more of like, it's kind of like a scourer, but it doesn't like scratch your surfaces or anything. And obviously you can use these on anything. It says on the side what you can actually use them on. These are the best sponges in the world, just putting it out there. The next thing I picked up, so these are 2 dryer balls. These came in a pack. They're not like scented or anything like that, but basically it controls the static in your tumble dryer. So I used to wear tights quite a lot for my old job, and whenever I'd put like a load of tights and they were all like wrapped up, and then there used to be like loads of static, and even from like my dressing gown as well. So this actually prevents all of that, and then it also supposedly cuts the drying by 25%. And I don't know about you guys, but with the price of electricity bills, I would like my drying to be cut by 25%. So I didn't actually realise how small these were. To be fair, it does say the size on the side of them, so that's my own fault. But I picked up these little food containers because when me and Dan go to work, we can meal prep from the night before, and then we can just take our lunch in these. I don't actually know how much they're going to fit in them, to be honest. Realistically, they're not going to fit an entire meal in there. But then again, I suppose if we took 2 each, so I suppose if one had rice and then the other had like meat or whatever in, then that'd be really good, and then you can just put it on a plate at work. So I really want to start meal prepping when me and Dan have like completely moved in, and it's just going to help us more when we're at work again. So, or even if there's like anything left over from the night before and it's your day off the next day, and then you just want to grab this out the fridge, it's going to be nice and easy. And it's just all about storage again, so making everything nice and compact. You don't actually realise how many things you need for your house until you buy a house and you go to grab that one thing that you don't have. So Cherryz is definitely the place for that. I've just seen something really exciting as well. Scent boosters. I've been wanting to try these for ages. So these are the Lenore Spring Awakening scent boosters. You pop these in your washing machine with your regular like fabric softener and detergent. So these are meant to make them like make your clothes smell nicer for longer. Oh my god, they smell incredible. You can also buy like the washing powder to go with these as well. So imagine those in your utility room in a clear glass little jar, looking nice and aesthetic, and then also your washing smells nice as well. And these weren't that expensive either, and obviously they're going to make your washing smell nicer for longer. So this next thing, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. It's kind of a Marmite situation. How cute is this little tray? So it's giving rustic vibes. My idea for this is a little hallway table, and then pop this on top with like a vase at the side of it with some pampas grass, and then you can just put your keys on top of there. Obviously the hallway table isn't going to be like directly next to the door, so I just thought it's easy so that in the morning you know exactly where your keys are and it keeps them nice and tidy in a way. And again, it's sort of rustic vibes. I just think this looks so nice. If you're into like farmhouse things as well, I feel like you're really going to enjoy this, and it feels like really good quality as well. Obviously it is made from like pure wood, so it's going to feel nice and sturdy, but I just thought it's really cute. It's got rustic vibes to it, and it's going to keep the keys nice and tidy. I just think with a candle next to it, a vase, some pampas grass, it's going to look really nice. But like I said before, it's either going to be a love or hate situation with this. Some people are going to really like it and some people are going to really hate it. I personally love this. We have one last thing. I feel like I got a load of things from Cherryz, and the last thing is a throw. I think this is a waffle knit. No, so it's a honeycomb throw. I really want to see like how big it is, but I don't think I can open this in my car. So it's made from a recycled mixed cotton fibre blend. It feels really nice with the packet. I might open it actually. Oh my god, that is so soft. It's in a navy colour. I did want black because I think black is going to go with things more. But to be fair, it's actually not that far off. It's a real, obviously navy is like a really dark blue, so it doesn't really matter either way. But it feels so nice and so soft, and it's got cute little tassels at the bottom as well. So this is obviously going to be nice for winter when you're snuggled up on the couch. And even when you're just throwing it like over the side of your sofa when you're tidying up, when it makes it look nice and clean and tidy. I kind of want to get like, it does look like that last thing with it being wooden and kind of rustic. You can put them like just propped up at the side of your wall. The only way I can describe it is that it looks like ladders, but it's not. And you can fold your throws over them. So I was thinking get a few of these and pop it over them, and obviously they're nice and stored away, and then they also look really nice in your living room as well. So that was everything from the Cherryz haul. I'm now going to sit in the car and wait for Dan because I have no house key. I'm also going to leave my discount code on the screen for you as well, because I feel like Cherryz have just got so many good things online. Obviously, who doesn't want a 25% discount on top of that? If you do place an order on Cherryz, let me know down below, because I'd really like to know what you guys choose from there and give me a little bit of inspiration for my next haul as well. My next haul is probably going to be cleaning products again, but you never know, I might purchase like £50 worth of throws. Hello. So the last time I was speaking to you all, I was actually showing you a Cherryz haul. I did come down to the house that night, and we've had a load of spanners thrown in the work. in the works. So if you remember this wall, I think we started to paint it with just regular emulsion, but long story short, we had to strip every little piece of paint off it, and it didn't come off easy whatsoever. We were sanding it down, we was peeling it with a scraper, we put paint stripper on, and it took 3 of us 3 entire days to do that. So we've now painted the ceiling after all the paint's off, and then we've put some, I think it's like a latex base all over the walls, just because obviously the plaster was still there, you need something on it to not soak your paint up, and that's basically the reason why we had to strip all the paint off the walls. We didn't do it on these ones that we painted because we just thought there's no point doing that. And then we've also had, I think, 6 of the doors undercoated, so they're primed, and then they just need to dry and we can just gloss them. There's just the other 3 doors there. And then we've also ripped up the carpet on the stairs. So I didn't vlog much just because I thought it was a little bit boring, and it was also really time consuming as well. Also, all of the architraves have been painted. I'm going to put a before and after in now because I didn't think they needed doing till I glossed them. There is another 3 of these that need doing, and Dan has also taken all of the shells off here, and he was just testing like the latex on here because there's a lot of peeling paint here as well, so we just kind of want to put a thick coat of latex on and then paint on to cover it all up. But the washing machine's going to be there with a worktop on top of it. We're going to box the boiler in. Oh my god, the boiler. So I'm just going to tell you all exactly what happened. Grab yourselves a brew or something because honestly this shit that's gone off is actually unreal. So when we moved into the property, or shall I say when we got the keys, there was obviously like a ton of letters by the front door. So I picked them up and we noticed there was a lot with British Gas on. Now obviously we didn't open them because it's not our post, but we just thought to ourselves like, is there going to be an issue? We tried to turn the lights on and there was no electric. And at first we panicked, we was like, right, okay, so something wrong with the electric in the house. But we managed to get British Gas to come out. They fixed it for us, it was on a smart meter. And they asked us if we wanted to stay on a smart meter, and we just said no, we want to go to direct debit. And then we had a lot of problem with the gas. So the gas was capped off. So going back to all the British Gas letters that were here, we just knew the old tenants were probably in debt or something. So we rung the estate agents who rung the previous vendor and basically said to us that the old tenants were in a lot of debt. So that's why there was a lot of letters and everything was capped off. We have been trying for 3 weeks now to set an account up with British Gas. We must have about 4 different ones in our names because one person said we've got to wait 48 hours, one person said we've got to wait 28 days. We had, the woman on the phone refused to send out a gas safe engineer to see what was going on with the gas. And then when he came out, he refused point blank, it was capped off, even though there was a big triangle on it that said there was a sealed disc. So he said that British Gas don't cap them off. So we again got in touch with the estate agent and they said that British Gas had a warrant for the previous tenants, so it was capped off. Now we don't have a front door key and we think that they came when the tenants left and had a locksmith for the front door because it looks like a brand new lock as well. So we're thinking, right, okay, is that why we don't have a front door key? So going back to the old like gas safe engineer, the British Gas one, he came out and he was like, right, okay, there's gas coming into the property, but it's not capped off, but your hob and your boiler doesn't work. And we was like, well, that's a lie, it definitely does work. And he managed to get them working. He was like, right, I need to cap it, I can't uncap it unless somebody comes out and has like a gas safe certificate for you. So I was like, right, okay, that's fine. So Dan's friend came out, who's a gas safe engineer, and he looked at everything and he was just like, oh, British Gas, what do they know? They can't properly look at boilers, I can't believe he's saying it's broken. Took the hood off the boiler and was like, shit, and we were like, no. Please don't do this to us. And our boiler should be condemned, basically. So there's no carbon monoxide or anything like that. He got like his little thing out that tests for carbon monoxide. He said what's on the wall is just heat damage, that can be painted over, it'll be fine. We've got a carbon monoxide detector as well, that was already in the house and it does work. But basically there's been a water leak and it's rusting the gas pipe. So he's got us booked in for November. That's the earliest he can do it. He said it's going to be fine, it's not dangerous, but if we leave it past like when he's got us booked in, then it will be dangerous. So we need a new boiler. So that's about £3,000 that we didn't expect to spend. And obviously there's a load of other things that still need doing in the house. So obviously we've ordered like skirting boards and things like that. We were planning on ordering the kitchen. Hello? I didn't know who that was. We was planning on ordering the kitchen and then Nathan said that we needed a new boiler, so we was like, right, okay then. But because he's got it booked in for November, we're still gonna get a new kitchen. What's your take on the whole boiler situation?
It's been nice, but
then again, looking on the bright side of things, we're not gonna need a new boiler in like a few years' time.
yeah, it's true.
And they've got a 12-year warranty on them as well, so...
Could be worse. It could have been condemned straight away.
Yeah, it technically should be, but because it's not as extreme as we thought. Like if there was a carbon monoxide leak, then fair enough, it should have been condemned, but it's just water rust in the gas pipe. The extractor fan in the kitchen also doesn't work.
Should I take that?
Yeah, it sounds like an aeroplane taking off.
So, it's the one. Two.
Oh, it's just completely stopped. Sounds like a motorbike. But yeah, we're finding out a load of things that don't work. So we don't have a boiler. Well, we do, but it's getting taken out. So like I said, like £3,000 spend on that. We need a new extractor fan, which is fine because we're doing the kitchen anyway and they're not too expensive. We have no front door key. I'm surprised the wall hasn't fallen down at this point.
It's time. It might fall on me now.
We had to strip paint off walls. Also, we've stripped like the liner that was on here, the tiled liner. We just can't chip away at it because it's an old house, so there's...
asbestos.
Yeah. I think it's underneath.
Yeah, well, the concrete pad is under there.
Yeah.
We can tie one that part though.
Yeah. Oh my god, I don't even know if I've shown you the bed. Our bed was delivered. You can't really see it, but this is like kind of what the bed looks like. We're gonna have dulux Egyptian cotton in the bedroom as well, so obviously it's gonna go really nice with this. But yeah, there has been more changes than I thought, to be honest. But it was a bit, I thought it was gonna be really boring just vlogging it all. So we just sort of cracked on with it. When are our skirting boards getting delivered, do you think? It'll be this week, won't it?
Maybe by this week or probably Tuesday next week.
£320 on skirting boards. Owning a house is expensive, and we've not even moved in yet, and it's already expensive.
National skirting Christmas parties on there.
We're pulling the tiles off the wall. Whoever's tiled this kitchen previously has decided to take away half of the window frame. So we're gonna have to buy some more and then like patch it up, or I don't really know. I think we're gonna have to probably re-tile this bit. Our plan wasn't to get fresh tiles, we were just gonna get kitchen paint and then like an upstand that matches the worktop that'd go like that far, but they've not even used like proper tile adhesive. Like this is still wet, so I don't know who's done the kitchen before. Also the tiles on the window were sticking out like that much, so we're ripping everything off. I think the extractor fan's gonna fall off the wall. Am I doing this side?
Yeah.
Nasty. Fix things.
Yay! Why are they coming off in such big chunks? It's Saturday and we're going kitchen shopping. This is the current state of the kitchen, so we're gonna buy the units for on the top. We've got a new extractor fan. We can't buy the worktops yet because they won't fit in our car, so we're gonna get them for delivery. We're also gonna get a new sink and a new hob. So this is the tile that we're getting for the kitchen, but I need to attempt to take one with me so I can see what colour grout we're getting. Could we have a look at the colours on the small ones and then...
Yeah.
Because ivory's too white, obviously
Yeah.
if it's going on the floor.
That colour's darker than I thought it were as well, so I think we need something like that maybe.
Ooh. They got anything a little bit lighter? That one.
That? Oh, no, in fact, right.
I think silver.
That's silver.
Oh, is it? Is that not too white?
That's too white, that, yeah.
Yeah, it'll look nice, but it's going to come up too much. Yeah! gone for this one. This is limestone.
Probably silicon downside for this, maybe. Cement grade.
Okay, perfect.
Safety announcement. It is sometimes necessary to operate various types of equipment in our store.
Yay! We're getting the kitchen cabinets and they're like the same weight as house bricks. But we've literally got 6 packs of tiles, an induction hob, paint, and we need like 8 cupboards for the walls. And I don't know how we're going to do this in one trip. I think we're going to need 2 trips that way. This is definitely not going to fit in the car for one trip. So in the utility room, I'm really sorry, this utility room is still a mess. We still need to paint like the inside of it. But we've just put like everything for the kitchen here. So we've got the extractor fan, the hob. These are going to be the door handles for the drawers. And then we've just put like the units there. And then we've got our washing machine, tumble dryer and dishwasher. Obviously these aren't going to go with the theme of the kitchen. This is the dryer and that's going to go in the utility room. But we're going to get a door to go over this. And then you won't really see it, so that'll be alright. And then we've just finished painting in here. It looks really patchy, but then it dries like that. And then we've just got 2 of the doors here that need priming, and then they all need glossing. But look at how satisfying that is. Well, maybe not up there, but like down here, how crisp that line is. And then Dan's just having a look at what these are going to look like. Are they smaller than the ones behind, or are they the same size?
Same size.
Oh, that's fine then. Oh, I want them on now.
Oh, paint first.
I don't know if I said, but we're also getting 2 radiators replaced because you can see.
Somebody's paint.
Yeah, look at how bad that looks. But we've run out of paint, so we're going to go back to B&Q and buy some more paint. I don't actually know how much footage I have from this vlog, so I might end this vlog here, to be honest, and then in the next vlog, hopefully you're going to see the kitchen being fitted, because that is a job that needs to get done.
Disgusting.
How you did that with your hand, then you were like, ugh.
Lilac.
It is like a purple grey. Oh, I just realised you've got the key. So like I said, I'm going to end this vlog here. This is the first of many movie vlogs. They're probably going to take a while to go up on my YouTube, just because I don't want things to be like repetitive and bore you all with it. There is a lot to do when you first buy a house, and there's so many things that, look at, I washed my hair with purple shampoo yesterday and got it all underneath my ring. I promise my ring isn't going green. I just don't know how to wash my hair properly. But yeah, there is a lot of things that need doing when you buy a house. But I'm going to see you all in the next vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure you smash the video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below for more, and I will see you all in my next video.